Hello and welcome back to another exciting Commander gameplay video. On this week's stream we have two guests. Our first guest is Ben playing his Feather the Redeemed deck, keeping an opening hand of guess. Our first guest is Ben playing his Feather the Redeemed deck, keeping an opening hand of Command Tower, Oblation, Sacred Foundry, Enlightened Tutor, Expedite, and 2 Mountains. Our second guest is Will playing his Anowon the Ruin Thief deck, keeping an opening hand of Command Tower, Consuming Aberration, Dimir Locket, Endless Obedience, and 3 Swamps. Brian is on his Trynn Silvar deck, keeping an opening hand of Plague Crafter, Chaos Warp, Exotic Orchard, Rakdos Carnarium, Blood Crypt, Judith the Scourge Diva, and a Plains. And I'm playing my Orah Cleric's deck, keeping an opening hand of Unclaimed Territory, Whisper Blood Liturgist, Night's Whisper, Selfless Spirit, Solemn Simulacrum, and 2 Plains. If you enjoy the gameplay video, watch it live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. EST over on Twitch.
So we're joined, like Brian said, by Bento and Will. Bento I found on Twitter and is honestly one of the, I'd say, most promising people in the proxy business, if that's like the correct way you want to be defined. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Bento makes these absolutely stunning synthwave style proxies, and I found him through a bunch of like different people retweeting, and I've reached out and was like, please come on our stream.
Can you so me being I don't know, not in the know, what is synthwave?
Here, so I think so this was the mountain that I did.
Oh, I love that.
You know, Outrun E. I also previewed, or wait, I haven't really.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
I haven't previewed it yet.
Actually, Bento, you're in college right now, right?
Yes.
I'm going to assume that this is probably going to be before your time. I guess I'm at that age. I'm old. So there's well, you know, Tron, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
So there's Johnny Quest, and in the intro in their intro
Yep.
video, like that's what it kind of reminds me of, like all the lines and
computer grid lines.
Yeah.
Grid lines.
Love it, absolutely love it. Took me back to
Cannot
my
wait.
childhood right now.
I can't wait until everybody sees the planes that I finished, and I'm working on the wastes right now.
I'm really excited to see all that stuff.
I honestly did not think that I'd be able to top the mountain because I was so proud of it, but the planes turned out really good.
Well, hey, if you want some people to show it off, I play green white right here.
It was, so not to keep burying the lead on you, Ben, but like before I even was like trying to get you on the stream, you can ask Brian. Like, I was already like pushing yourself. Like, guys, have you checked out Bento Box on Twitter? They're like, no, who's that? And I was like, oh my god, look at these. Look
You're
at
doing
this.
very bad things to my ego right now.
I'll be honest. I don't use Twitter all that often. Like, I'm a Facebook guy, but even trying to advertise our stuff on Facebook's kind of like painful. But yeah, Zach's been pointing out your stuff, and so I've like. Well, I guess I'll be honest. I followed you today while I was like trying to make sure I can get in touch with you if I needed to. but yeah, I saw a few of your posts. I was like, okay, like I love following interesting people that make interesting stuff.
Paco and Halden all day.
Oh, Paco. Okay, you'd be best friends with Dan. They're his boys and dogs.
So speaking of interesting people, the other guest we have tonight is my good buddy Will. Will, how are you?
I'm great, Zach. Thanks for the invite.
You are totally welcome. I absolutely miss you and your face, so this is the closest I'm going to get to you, and I'm okay with that for now.
Have you guys not seen each other in quite some time?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, Zach and his wife and I actually all went to high school together.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I don't have any high school friends anymore.
That's depressing. I'm sorry to hear that. When I got into Magic a short 3 months ago, I remember that Zach, literally that's all he talked about through school. So I slid in his DMs and was like, "Hey, bud, I'm into this cardboard game that you like so much. What are some tips? What do I do? Where do I go? He invited me out to his playgroup, and I had to return back to St. Louis, and we haven't seen each other in 2 months, I think.
Oh, so you've actually
It's
moved. Okay. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
But we were playing every weekend, and then we would do our streams. So like it was a good time. But yeah, Will's a good friend of mine.
That's
So
nice.
it's just kind of cool that we got this to line up correctly.
Yeah,
I,
no. Glad to have
I
have you
mentioned
on.
I mentioned Paco and Halden. I got up, so I have to show it off. But
Holy what?
I'm a big fan of them.
I will
I
say
need more.
they're a really interesting pairing because like you can do a lot with that
Hey,
that deck.
If you want to get, am I allowed to say bad words on this stream?
Yes.
Yes.
If you would like to get your ass handed to you, I will pull out Paco and Halden. They're my pride and joy. I love them.
I might request it because I would love to see it. I guess.
If that's the case, I'll make our next game.
Yeah.
That's
Well.
what we'll
Okay.
do.
Well. What power level would you say your Paco and Holland's at?
8 to 9, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Depends. It can get disrupted really easily, but it can get nasty.
Oh, we
That
got
sounds exciting.
Ryan in the chat room. Sup, Ryan? He was on last week, or not last. We didn't have an episode last week. He was on the week before.
Mm-hmm. Another good friend of mine that I've met through this channel.
Yes. So we, I guess let's get into it. We can continue our conversation while we play. First off, actually, I kind of want to do a little spotlight. So we've recently just been kind of sponsored. We got a partnership going on with this awesome guy named Aaron, or Etch Gaming on Instagram, and he makes these like awesome looking, like commander trays. Like I'm so happy to be using this right now. Once I cast my commanders, there's a "at war back in 15" sign.
Like
For when we finally get back into like real life paper magic, when like maybe a year from now, has a life counter at the bottom. Everything is magnetic, so if you get different colors, you can swap them out.
and he does more than just the commander trays. There are tokens, there are deck boxes. Literally, thank you, buddy. There's literally so much stuff for blinging out your deck outside of the game, and also good people. Like the product is good, fair price, awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff. Like I got the deck box here. I think I'm gonna put Trynn Silvar into it. I wish they had another sides for partnered ones where you could have both of them. But okay, so let's get into it. I am going to randomize the order 3 times, or as the newfies call it, 3 times, and randomize, and randomize, and randomize.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
what?
liked the last one.
I'm going
I like the last
last. This sucks.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Ryan, the commander trays. I think I'll double check the price for you. I am keeping my hand. Let's do a quick
As I know.
introduction. Zach, describe your commander or your deck for us.
Okay. So I am playing Orah, Skyclave, Hierophant. If I said that wrong, mock me in the comments. But
Mock.
it's a cleric's deck, cleric tribal deck that's based around an attrition theme. We did an episode on it. What,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It's a deck I'm super excited about. It's in my wheelhouse as far as like I love doing graveyard shenanigans. I love aristocrat style. Basically, all I'm wanting to do is outvalue you guys in every aspect, and that's kind of what this deck is aiming to do.
I really enjoyed that episode. Like that deck is fantastic. Bento, what do you have going on with Feather for us today? Ben? Is my audio gone? Can you hear me?
No, you're good.
Is that him yelling?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he muted himself.
Oh, I was muted. Oh my god. Let me repeat what I just said. um, this is just a pretty standard feather deck. Trying to do feather things. Most of my stuff is like mid to high tier, not quite cEDH, even though I have a cEDH deck. And so this is one of my lower decks that is, pretty reasonable but can be disrupted. And it's my only Boros deck, which I used to hate, but I'm starting to really enjoy. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so that's the deck.
And Will.
So I'm rocking the Anowon Precon Rogue Tribal. It's a lot of fun. I think it's one of the better precons than I've come across in a while. So pretty excited about it.
Awesome. And what? This is the Rogue one, right?
Yeah,
I guess I
yes.
should have been showing the commanders. So we got Anowon, other rogues you control get +1/+1. Oh, that's really nice. That's a nice foil job on him, actually.
Oh, it's a good time. I really enjoy it.
I like those colors. And lastly, I'm playing Trynn and Silvar. I call this the Feed My Cat deck. Essentially, I basically play human tribal, and I feed everything to my beautiful cat.
Hate it.
Oh, so I think Zach has like the funniest story or the funniest introduction to this deck. We were playing. It was going to be a 3-player game. The first player, he played Golos on turn 2. After playing a Mana Crypt and stuff, and then he had to leave. So it was just me against Zach with my Trynn Silvar deck. It was just bad times.
Yeah, Death Touch Tribal really doesn't
Work.
care.
Work well against an indestructible cat. So Zach, start us off.
Okay. So before I go, if you guys could please take pictures of your opening hands and then just send them to me after the game. That way we can put it up for the video later. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn. And I will play an unclaimed territory, naming Cleric. And I will pass the turn.
Oh, and I gotta take a photo of this hand.
I got like some bright light.
Or if you want to just write down the names of the cards, whatever's easiest.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh wait, I'm not gonna send it to you now.
No.
No.
Don't want to give you that info. All right, I'm gonna draw for turn.
Yes, no, send it to me now.
I will play a command tower, and I will pass the turn.
Actually, Ben, if you want to take a picture of a different starting hand from a different deck and send it to Brian, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Because do you know what? I probably won't realize that there's plains and islands and swamps in there.
I passed the turn if I didn't say that.
On to you, Mr. Will.
Okay.
Hey, did y'all tweet out the link so I can retweet it?
Oh.
Or...
Nope, let me do that right now.
I'm gonna command tower, and that'll end my turn.
Oh, you guys are like twinsies. Uno momento, por favors. Holy moly. Okay, there's Twitter. Okay, so, awesome. Upkeep token, draw. I will play Blood Crypt, tapped. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw. And I will play I will play a Plains. Ugh,
That's not a plains.
this
I
is
know
a
what
plains.
card that is.
And I'll play a Talisman of Hierarchy.
In response, I'm just going to cast an Enlightened Tutor.
You gonna get a Soul Ring?
I'm gonna get some sort of mana rock.
Okay. And with that, I will pass the turn.
Give me 1 second while
I was gonna be like, wow, that's disrespectful.
Alright. Oh, I'm gonna find a Arcane Signet.
That's a good mana rock.
That it is. And I will go to turn, and I will draw that card. I'll untap and I'll draw that card.
So I guess, Bento,
You lost
I've
Will.
only met you today, but there's some really big news actually currently going on. I'm just interested what your thoughts are on the whole The Walking Dead set.
I'm gonna play this and then pass. So I think it's a horrible product that I disdain with every fiber of my being. I absolutely cannot stand it, and it makes me very, very angry to think about.
We
and
could
I was
leave it at
really
that.
well, I was of the whole like we should ban it immediately, and then like I saw the rules committee's decision, and I read through their writing, and I think they're totally right. The rules committee should not have to ban a card. The rules committee should exist only for gameplay.
That's fair.
And
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
that,
good.
I think that even though I love Mitch to death at the commander's quarters, his thing with the captain format that came out today is extremely like cringy.
I
just
hear
think
you. I heard about that
like,
today too.
because I hate this product with every fiber of my being, and I don't want it to exist. But like I realize that the rules committee banning it isn't what would help it at all. The rules committee wouldn't like send a message. That's not what they're there for. And people being mad at the rules committee is really annoying.
Agreed.
That's
I'm just gonna swamp for and pass for turn.
oh, sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, you're
there.
fine. No, I was listening.
I will draw, and wow, I can actually play something. Okay, we will go with a exotic orchard, black and whatever, and I will play Azulaport Cutthroat, and that's going to be my turn.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw. I will play a Caves of Quellos. I will tap 4.
I feel
And-
really behind when you're starting your turn 3 of 4 lands and I'm sitting here with 2.
Well, I'm going to play a Solemn Simulacrum. And I'm going to go get a swamp. And I will pass the turn.
Cool. I will untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Yeah, I think the captain thing with the commander's quarter was really just disrespectful to the RC. I mean, even if you
like I jokingly I literally tweeted that when the whole thing came out. And when they I don't know if it was when they announced the ban decision. I literally tweeted like, well, come to my new format, where everything is the same as Commander except the Walking Dead characters are banned. But looking back, like it's I mean I was somewhat memeing and somewhat serious, but like the way that Mitch just went in on like the integrity of the rules committee was really lame, because I feel like the rules committee is super good at what they do, and I don't think that a community run format would be a good thing, because that would lead to like bannings of like Expropriate and Cyclonic Rift, which Cyclonic Rift may be.
Oh, don't talk about Cyclonic
Or
Rift.
or just
Daniel
cards
will
people
have
hate
me.
in general.
Yeah, and like Armageddon would be banned, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I'll pass the turn.
Obliterate would be.
Yeah.
Well, you could think of just
Drop
any
the game.
cards that make you salty, and if you cause enough upstir, you can cause more people to get angry about it. It's just a ban
I'm going
on fun
to play a
cards.
swamp. Tap 3 and play Night Howler. He's got Bestow. For those of you who don't know, if you cast this card first Bestow cost, it's an Orah, which I did not cast it for. So it is just a regular. Oh wait, I think it dies on
it just
entry, doesn't it?
It's a 0/0.
Yeah, that was a misplay. That's an oopsie. Oh well, it died. That's turn.
Oh,
It
well.
was nice knowing you.
Happens to the best of us.
This was out of the box and put in the sleeves, so I guess I probably should have read my cards.
Reading is for nerds.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I will.
I've met a few people from the RC from just playing in different events, and they've all been really nice, and they've all really cared about the game. So I don't know. When you have the kind of, I don't want to say pull, but when you have the same kind of platform that he has, and to act that way, it just, I don't know.
I get it. Like I totally get the outrage, because that's where I was like 2 days ago. God, this feels like an eternity. This has gone on, but
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's been so much hate lately.
But like, have you sat in the RC Discord, like the ban list discussion?
No,
It's awful.
that
It's like
makes me
literally the worst
anxious.
thing I've ever seen. And nothing boils my blood like the people who are like, oh, the RC is in the back pocket of Wizards of the Coast. That makes me furious.
So I feel that you might distaste my stance.
Mm-hmm.
But first I'm going to play Athalia's Lieutenant. I will then pass the turn. But my stance is that Wizards is a business first and foremost, and they do need to make a profit. You're
absolutely right.
They've been coming out with so many different products for us that to continue to pay the artists, which they're the most important part, is the artists, is that we need to pay them. And if we want next year to almost look like this year with another Commander Legends set or something along those lines, and to have like 4 or 5 other sets to come out, they have to continue to make a profit. And like, it's 5 cards. I really don't see a problem with them. I really only want one. I might say I'll proxy it or I will buy it. I just don't know right now. Well, I guess I got to make my mind up in like 24 hours.
I get that. Oh yeah, go for it.
Sorry, my opinion on the whole thing, to be honest, is I don't really care what they print.
Me too.
But I would really appreciate it if Wizards of the Coast would kind of fix the issues they already have before creating another one.
Like another secret lair?
Or just stop making them in general. What are they queued up with 4 or 5 of them already? You're still having jumpstart prey issues. You haven't fulfilled double masters allocation to LGSs, let alone Zendikar.
Yeah,
and then
their supply chain.
By the way,
pause for a second. I cast my commander, and then I cast a Selfless Spirit, and pass turn. Sorry.
On your end step, I'm just going to tap this Arcane Signet to expedite targeting Feather. This will just give them haste, and I'll draw a card.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. That was a point I brought up in
back to my hand.
One of the episodes we recorded recently, is that there are all these other problems that they need to address. Some of my big issues, like, I feel like I've been having to defend myself quite a bit because I'm excited about the Secret Lair because I'm a big Walking Dead fan. And anytime, like, I've talked about how excited I am about Negan being a character to helm a deck, and I actually really like him, it's like I get attacked, and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel great.
Well, I get that. I'm totally not a fan of Negan being in the set, but at the same time, like, whatever. I think the biggest thing for me is just the precedent it sets, because Wizards of the Coast said Secret Lair is not going to be a singles printing service. It's going to be a extra cool stuff.
I
that
didn't hear
for
that
your
before.
cards.
I didn't hear
And
that.
that's what people freaked out about when Secret Lair first announced was, hey, this is going to be Wizards of the Coast printing singles. That's not good. And that's exactly what this is. And that's what it's going to turn into. And this is the precedent. I'm also not thrilled at the idea of a year from now playing against Tony Stark and SpongeBob and Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Like, I don't like that idea. I do like Magic's lore a lot. And although that you could maybe argue that Walking Dead is adjacent in some capacity because zombies, I guess, it's still not the same. And I get that they're aiming that at a casual crowd, but I only play Commander, and I like Commander with its story. I into the lore, even though I just play Commander. Like, I don't need to do standard. And then, like, what's next? Let's, this is the camel putting his nose in the tent. I guess I'm going to tap 1 to target my Acroan Crusader, which I cast, by the way. I don't imagine. Is there even... Oh, there is blue at this table. Does that even have counters in that deck? Do I have to worry about priority?
No.
I'm just going to give it haste, and that will create a 1/1 red soldier, and I'll draw a card.
Look at you with infinity tokens.
Yeah, I got it.
Love 'em.
I'm going to go to combat. Speaking of infinite tokens, I'm going to use this to mark my commander damage. I'm going to swing at... Who has a scary board state? You have a Selfless Spirit. That's not cool. And you have a Zulaport Cutthroat. That's not cool. What is that second card next to Zulaport?
Thalia's Lieutenant. When Thalia's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other human. Oh, which I forgot to do, which I will do right now. And I will put this amazing +1/+1 counter on it.
Smack him, Ben. Do it.
Yeah, oh, don't start this now, Zach.
I'm just gonna smack Brian.
Always.
You've been hit for 3.
Okay.
Commander damage, and then I will pass the turn.
I had a flyer, to be fair.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have swung at you then. That's all I care about.
Alright, I'm going to tap down 4, and Anowon's going to come into the field. So, I don't know how familiar you guys are with him, but what he does is other rogues get +1/+1, and then when damage is dealt, that player mills that many cards. And then I will go ahead and pass the turn after that.
Oh, I don't really like that.
It's, in my opinion, the better counterspell. You can't play those spells if they're in your graveyard.
So true.
Debatable.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
So let's go ahead and we will play. Oh, that sucks. Sucks the big one.
I don't know what's going on, but I like it.
I'll tap 3 and I'll play Judith, the Scourge Diva.
It's a brilliant name.
That will give my Thalia's. I forgot to take off the tape on this. Bloop. Oh, no. Oh, well. +1/+1 on Thalia's Lieutenant. And... Oh, really enjoy that drawing. I am going to... So you have a 1/1 and a 1/1 out?
On the ground, yes.
So, Bento, I think you swung at the wrong person. I will swing for 6.
Your Zulaport is a what?
A 3/2.
3/2 and a 2/2?
3/2 and a 3/2.
3/2 and a 3/2. Alright, well, I'm going to... let me think here. So, 3/2 and a 3/2. Yeah, I'm going to block your Zulaport with both of these 1/1s.
Oh, you don't have to be a dick like that.
I'm gonna, and then in response to damage, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast Shelter, targeting a Crone Crusader, giving it protection from black. This will trigger its ability, and I will get a second soldier. 1/1.
Okay, and Zulaport will die, and you will all lose.
This first soldier will die, but I'll create another one.
Yeah, and then each of you will lose 1 life, and I will gain 1 life. And you will take 3.
Oh, and so 4 total I was taking?
No, he doesn't have trample, just 3. Oh yeah, sorry, 4 plus the +1 or -1 from him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
And then I will bounce back the planes to my hand for a Rakdos Carnarium. I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I will play a land.
I did tweet out that link, by the way.
I retweeted it, didn't I?
Oh, yes, you did. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Man. I don't know what I want to do here. Do I do the
looks like you
flashing
got enough.
thing?
Looks like you got enough mana to do whatever you want.
Well, I just took care of the Zulaport cut throat, so I'd prefer if you didn't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt anyone. Don't worry.
Okay.
1,
He lies.
2,
Sneaky.
3, 4, and 5. I am going to play Angel of Destiny. Then I'm going to pay 2, and I will play Night's Whisper. I'm going to draw 2 and lose 2. From let's see.
Oh, this was back in my hand.
I will move to combat. Am I?
Oh, and I play a cat that runs away.
All right, yeah, let's do some hugging.
So, Bento, we got G3 Lexicon in the chat saying their mail came in today.
Oh, right on. Yeah, it was starting to arrive. I shipped it out. I forgot to send out a message to the patrons letting them know I shipped it out because I'm just flooded with schoolwork, but I'm very glad you've got it. I hope you enjoy it.
Let's gain some life.
Uh-oh.
Brian, you will take. So I'm swinging my 3/3 commander and my 2/2 Solemn Simulacrum.
Here's what's coming at you next month, G3. Excited to send it out.
Oh, crap. I forgot. I could have done Judith. But oh well. I will accept all of that damage.
Alright, so you gain 5 life.
I gain 5?
Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. So
Okay.
I'm going to gain 5, and then I will gain 8 total.
Not good. I'm going to stop you from doing this. I do not like this.
He can swing at you next time.
Wait.
It was pretty nice.
Oh,
Am
I got hit with that new angel. Oh no, not yet.
No.
With the angel in the field, that's what makes you gain the life instead of lose it.
Oh, am I gonna lose next time?
It's only if he gets to
Yeah.
55 life,
Okay.
so I'm going to stop him from doing that.
Sounds good. I will also assist if I can.
And then from there, I will pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm going to tap 1 to expedite my Akroan Crusader, creating. I need another dice here. Creating another red soldier token. Oh, they have haste. I didn't even know that. That's. I mean, probably not going to attack with them. This will go back to my hand, and I will go to turn it untap.
Yeah, G3. These are from our sponsor, Etch Gaming. I guess I'll let you guys in on a little secret. We're going to be giving away some product here soon from Etch, and it'll be awesome.
Okay, this is a lackluster hand, I think.
Good. Because I know Feather can be devastating. Like, Daniel's Feather is just brutal.
So we're going to tap 1. Let me think here. 1, 2, 3 to cast an ablation targeting one of my tokens here. This will shuffle it into my deck. It's a token, so it'll die, and I will draw 2 cards.
I'm gonna go grab another drink, guys. I'll be able to hear you. You just won't be able to hear me.
Cool.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. In that case, we are just going to go ahead and play the land for turn. Yes. You have 5 lands? Okay, cool. We're just gonna... Well, shoot. We're just gonna go to combat, and I'm going to swing a feather at you, Zach.
Okay. How big is Feather?
Feather is currently only a 3/4.
A 3/4. I'll block it with Angel of Destiny
Oh, it has flying?
and Double Strike.
Oof, that's awkward. In that case, we're gonna...
You sound like you got caught with your pants down, Bento.
I definitely got caught with my pants down. I'm gonna tap 2 here to give my guy protection from white, I guess. Where is it? There it is.
Okay.
Dang. Huh. Should have read the card. Alright, cool. I'll draw a card. So just no damage gets dealt. That's cool. And then I guess I will pass the turn, returning these to my hand, and I have to discard a hand size.
Awesome. Draw. Let's see here.
I'm going to discard a...
I'm gonna tap 4. Play Latchkey Fairy. It gets a 1/1 counter. And then I did not pay its prowl cost, so it is just a 3/2 or a 4/2 flying creature. And then let's see here what's going on. Hey, Brian, what is the power toughness of that untapped creature you have?
2/2.
A 2/2. I'm going to swing Anowon at you.
Why me? I'm not doing anything. Okay, and so he's a 2/4.
Yes.
I will take 2.
And you will also mill 2.
Brian,
And then
I did gain you life.
Yeah, I went from 38 or 30 whatever up to 42. I will mill a Humble Defector, which is unfortunate, and Cathrid Necromancer.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, I will untap. I will draw. I will play my planes. Zach, are you gonna hit me again?
No.
Is that at least one turn reprieve?
Sure.
Hey, he's gonna win the game. On his turn, he can win the game.
That's that early win. That's that early win.
I guess I'll have to do it, Zach. I apologize.
It would be only whoever was attacked by Angel of Destiny this turn.
Yeah.
If I have 15 or more life.
Yeah, but
So 15 or more life. Well, oh yeah, because everything. Well, unfortunately, I hate that I have to be the one to do this, gentlemen. I will play Chaos Warp on your Angel.
nice. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Can I not get swung at?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
This
no.
is just like, holy crap.
When I swung at you, you gained life. I don't understand.
And I only swung at you because
No, the other
You had
people
the
who
most
swung at me, Zach.
And I've offset that by the life gain.
Ugh. It's kind of weird how I'm getting used to sugarless drinks.
Okay. So
Um, yeah,
you flip the top.
shuffle and flip the top.
So does that go to hand or?
Nope, battlefield.
if it's a
So
permanent,
If it's a permanent.
that's-
So I'll read it. So the owner of target permanent shuffles it into his or her library, then reveals the top card of his or her library. If it's a permanent card, he or she puts it onto the battlefield. I assume it goes to your hand then.
Okay.
Does it go to your hands?
I'd
I
assume.
don't-
It doesn't state.
I think it just stays on top. Is if it's not a permanent.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
yeah, unless stated otherwise.
Okay, so then I will... I'm going to have to pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw. I will play a Starlit Sanctum.
Oh, I remember that land. I used to run, I think, 2 or 3 of them.
It's a good one. Let's go 1, 2.
The smell of this wood smells amazing.
Yes, it does. 3, I think, is what I need. Yeah. We'll play Veto, Thorn of Duskrose.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
He is a cleric, isn't he?
yeah.
Man, that's sweet.
I will pay 4, and I will play Whisper, Blood. I don't know how to say that word. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
Whisper
So-
Blood Liturgist?
Yeah, that seems correct.
Liturgist. I don't know. Okay.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
What was the name?
I will. What do I want to do here?
How's it going, Brian? We got Dark Shade in the chat.
So whenever. I think for now I would. Let's see. Brian, you've got a 3/2 and a 2/2.
Yes, I have a 3/2 and a 2/2.
Let's see. Bento, you have 3 1/1s.
I have 2 1/1s.
What's the Oh, so the token's just one token?
Yes. Yeah, I just have the one die here. The other one I sacked to Ablation.
Okay. And you have Shelter in hand. Then Will, you have a 1/1 or a 2/2 flyer?
4/2 flyer.
4/2 flyer. Good
Sir.
lord.
Will, I have to compliment your playmat.
Thank you. I won it in a raffle at the LGS.
Nissa and Obnexless, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a two player playmat.
Oh, okay.
All right. I guess for now, Ben, I'm just going to send a 2/2 at you.
I will take 2.
Okay. And I will pass the turn.
On your end step, tap 1. Going to expedite my Acroan Crusader, getting another token, drawing a card, and then this one back to my hand. Or do you have a response?
I'm thinking I might have a response. No, never mind. You're good.
Alright. And then this will go back to my hand, and then I'll go to turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay. We're going to play an Exotic Orchard. I'm going to tap 2 for a Sword of the Animist. And then I will pay 2 to equip that to my feather. Cool.
Yep.
Looking at the board here, you have flyers, Zach. Will, is that a flyer I see?
It is
What is it in terms of power?
a 4/2.
Oh shoot, that's big boy. Okay. And you have the Selfless Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your only flyer?
Yes.
I actually would not mind taking out a Selfless Spirit, so I'm going to swing a 4/5 at you, Zach.
What would I like to do here?
Just take the damage.
I will block.
With the Selfless Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot the attack trigger on the Animist, but that is cool with me.
Okay.
So it will die. And then I will, yeah, I'll just pass the turn. I'm looking for a basic.
All right.
I wonder if
Let's
I'll
have
take this.
3. And play Jameer Lockett. Tap 2. And play Una's Blackguard. Flying each other rogue creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1. And then whenever a creature with a 1/1 you control counter on it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Which you guys can guess, it gets a 1/1 counter on it, thanks to Anowon. And then we're going to go to combat. Bento, you don't have any untapped flyers, do you?
I do not.
We're going to swing 4 at you.
Just to be clear here, that flyer does not have a 1/1 counter, correct? It's just a static effect.
It does have a 1/1 counter thanks to Anowon.
Anowon just gives +1/+1,
Yeah.
not counter.
Oh, sorry. So you wouldn't discard a card. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I care about. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take, what is it, 4?
It's 4, and then you would mill 4.
Oh, yeah.
Is Anowon any rogue that attacks whenever one? Oh.
Field, Fabled Passage, and an Accelerate.
Yes. Whenever one or more rogues you control deals combat damage to a player.
That's
player mills a
nice.
card for each 1 damage. Yes, if I could draw more lands, it'd be way more nice. But we make do with what we have. That'll conclude my turn.
Okay, on to my turn. Not like there's other stuff that I need to get rid of. I will draw. We'll play a swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will tap 4. I will cast Trynn. She will come in. I will put an additional +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. I will. She's 4, right? Yeah, she's 4. I will tap 2. Oof. I will play Swiftfoot Boots. I will move to combat. I need to swing. Zach, what's your biggest creature?
A 3/3.
I need to swing. Will, would you accept 3 damage?
What is it coming
Or
from?
actually, would you block with your commander?
Yeah, they just hug, right?
Yeah, they would just I just want a token.
Sure, I can do that for you.
Okay, I'll swing for 3.
And I'll block.
Okay, and I will pass the turret, and I will create a human soldier.
There we go. Amends for swinging at you.
Thank you, and that will be a pass on my half, or my behalf.
Okay, I will play a command power.
So Ryan said that our deal sounds desperate.
What do I want to do?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, no. That doesn't sound right.
Sure does.
I was kind of on the same page with him.
I think
So Zach asked me, like, he was like, so what, like, he was asking me what deck I was playing. He's like, am I gonna get beat up real quick again?
I was told that if you were playing Tulane, I'd have to bring out the big guns.
Oh, so he discussed Tulane. Okay.
Oh, so I don't know how familiar you guys are with the new set, but my close friend Yark loves his Tulane deck.
ugh.
But then Zendikar released this.
That's a good card.
And
I
it
think
hurt.
I think I would like to move to the combat.
Who's flicking
Ooh.
cards?
I don't know.
I'll
That
find
didn't
you.
sound. That didn't sound like a card flicking. More like a connection through audio.
Oh, who are you going at, Zach? That's just so many people.
I would like to swing at William.
I knew it was coming. Could you tell me what the power toughness of each of your creatures and if there are any effects or abilities triggered?
3/3 lifelink, 2/2 nothing, 1/3 nothing.
Okay, so you said the 1/2 is it a 1/2 or a 2/1?
1/3.
1/3
3/3
and
2/2 1/3. I'm sorry, 3/3
okay.
2/2 1/3.
Okay, so I will block the big one with Anowon, so they hug, and then you can gain 3 life, and then
going to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to
Show us your hands.
No, this is lands.
Oh, it's lands. Okay.
I'm gonna activate Veto, so whenever my creatures gain lifelink till end of turn. So I guess they all have lifelink. I should have done that first. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So I'm gonna block your commander with mine. They hug, and then I'm sorry, it was a 1/3. You said.
Yes, a 1/3.
I will block that one as well, and then
Wait,
accept.
how much life are you gonna gain?
He's gonna gain a lot.
How much life are you gonna gain?
3, 4,
should be
5, 6.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah.
And then I take 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Sorry guys, I just realized Thalia would have another +1/+1 for my human soldier that entered in.
Okay, and then I am going to. Anything cool I want to do? I think. Oh, I have this trigger. Someone needs to lose life.
Well, I just lost 2.
Well, Brian, you're at the highest life total. You can lose 6.
That's not cool, man. Okay, I'll lose 6.
Brian is getting picked on.
I'm used to it. That's Zach. That's Zach every time we play.
So I guess it's a nice change of scenery because in my play groups, I'm always targeted as soon as we sit down. So it's nice. It's nice to see someone else wear those shoes.
Then, second main phase, I'm gonna pay a black, and I'm gonna reanimate Selfless Spirit.
With reanimate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the card.
Sorry. That's my turn.
On your end step, I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to Oblation one of my tokens again. And that will draw me 2 cards. And then I will draw for turn, or I'll untap and then go to turn. Draw. Okay, let's play a Plains for turn. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 for a. Is that right? Yeah, we'll tap 4 for a Zada Hedron Grinder.
Epic name.
This is whenever I cast an in-store sorcery that targets only Zada, I copy it for each other creature I control that it could target, and
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
it's pretty okay.
That doesn't.
Okay.
Sounds okay for you.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Yeah, let's go to combat. I'm going to swing a 4/5 at. Who did I swing the 4/5 at last time?
Me.
I believe it was Zach.
Yeah, and you blocked with the
I'm pretty sure it still should be Zach.
Yeah,
he does have that spirit back. He has that spirit back.
I'm gonna attack you with a 4/5, Zach, in the air again.
Okay. I'll block.
Cool. Also attack trigger. I gotta go find a basic. And on that note, I will pass the turn.
Thanks, King Denny 14. He mentioned, "Hey guys, love the channel. Keep it up." Thank you so much.
Wait, is that Denny my friend, Denny?
Denny, are you friends with Zach?
I'm gonna play an island. I'm going to tap 2 blue, and then 2 black for colorless, and play Whirler Rogue. When it enters the battlefield, I create 2 colorless 1/1 Thopters. Can you see this one? Can you see this one? And then we get ETB triggers.
Forgot to discard hand size. My bad.
We'll get ETB triggers from the Blackguard and Anowon. So it gets +2/+2. And then it has an ability where I can tap 2 untapped artifacts, and then a target creature I control can't be blocked. And then following that, I'm going to tap another blue, and I'm going to play Merfolk Windrobber. And then when it deals combat damage to a player, that player will mill a card. And then there's another ETB here where it's also going to get +2, and that's going to put it at 3. And then this is some reaction.
And
so
and you've made no modifications.
No, this is out of the box, 100% stock.
Here it's pretty okay.
Interesting.
the little
This thing
thing.
looks awesome.
Yeah, the foil token's mine though. It did not come in the box. Yeah. I mean, here's the stack of stock tokens that come with it. It came out of the box into the sleeves, and then that's it. And then I don't want to alter it because it's so fun to play with out of the box.
The only thing that I think that I would switch is put Tiny Bones in.
Tiny Bones.
His Lord and Savior.
There was the rogue that was in Jumpstart and in Core 21, where whenever a rogue enters the battlefield, each opponent mills 2 cards, and that is not in this deck.
Really?
I really want to add it.
I did not know about this rogue. I need to find it now.
I have it in my binder. After my turn, I will put it on the camera for everyone. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to activate Whirl Rogue's ability, tapping my 2 artifacts here. So target creature can't be blocked. And I'm going to pick Anowon here to not be blocked.
Please
And
don't.
then,
please.
I'm actually going to go at Mr. Necrozak himself.
Yeah, sure.
How does it feel, Zach? How do you beat Brian for a match?
I'm going to go 6 in the air and 2 on the ground. Unblockable. The ground is unblockable.
You mean you want me to mill how many cards?
8.
Oh, no. Let's see. Ona's Blackguard is the one that's letting you get all the counters, right?
Yes, it is. But there's no. These aren't counters. These are buffed by Anowon, so you won't have to discard anything. These have 1/1 counters on them.
And you have no blue mana open?
I do not. So you are free to cast something that I probably will not like.
Let's Swords to Plowshare your Ona's Blackguard.
Oh,
that's all right. And then I gain life, right?
Yeah, you gain life equal to its power.
So 2.
So Brian pointed out that the card is Thieves Guild Enforcer.
Yeah, that one's good. All right, so you're hitting me for how much now? I'm sorry.
6.
And how much that was commander damage too?
Just 2 of it.
Cool. And
then
6.
6. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And that'd be the end of my turn.
Okay, I will.
Hold on your end step.
Boo.
Be that guy. Tapping 1 for an expedite targeting Zada. This is going to get copied targeting all my creatures, so I will draw 4 cards.
There you go. Could you guys let me know how many cards are in your graveyard, please?
I will create another thing. I have
4.
I have 9.
Okay. And Zach?
I have 10.
Okay, just checking. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will untap. And I will draw. Play a Mountain. I think it's time to get the cat out. I think.
I hope you pull it out of the bag.
Hmm. I don't think the card that I would like to play helps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will bring out Silvar. I will tap for 1 to equip the Swiftfoot boots to him. I do enjoy, Zach, that everyone swung at you this turn and you're still at 45 life.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Casual.
I'm gonna have to add to that. I will swing for a 4-2 at you, Menace.
Okay.
There's no sacrifice shenanigans. It will only be 4.
At present, no.
No. I have no sacrifice shenanigans.
Oh, okay.
I will then pass the turn after that.
On your instep. Or I guess you have priority for it. For a sec.
Yeah, so just 1 second here. I will have... so at the beginning of your end step, I will have another human soldier come into play. That will trigger another +1/+1 counter onto Thalia's lieutenant. And I will pass... And that's the end of my stuff.
Okay. I'm going to tap Whisper. I'm going to sacrifice...
Bento wanted to do something, but yeah, Zach, you would have...
I have priority.
Yeah.
I'm going to sacrifice Orah, and I'm going to sacrifice Solemn Simulacrum. So Orah will get me back a Selfless Spirit.
Why do you keep bringing that back?
Then off of my Whisper trigger, I'm going to get an Archfiend of Despair from my graveyard. Then Solemn Simulacrum will let me draw a card.
Archfiend of Despair. Which one is
sad
that?
robot.
It's a 8 cost, 6/6 flying. Your opponents can't gain life. Then at the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life that player lost this turn.
I know that one. Oof, that sucks. Okay.
Why couldn't I have milled that one?
You did.
You did. That's what gave it to him.
Oh.
Because he
Oh, no.
reanimated it.
Oh no. My bad, boys.
So I'm going to... Are you done with your end of turn effects?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm going to tap 1 to heal, targeting my Zada, which will copy for all 5 of my creatures. And it will also create a new boy. And then it'll go to your turn, and on your upkeep, I'll draw 5 cards.
Okay. I will untap.
I will draw 5 cards.
One draw. 1 card. What are graveyards looking like?
Still have 9 in there.
I've got 2.
I have 1 creature.
Are you about to do some graveyard shenanigans?
No. Brian, what's your graveyard look like?
I got 4. I got Chaos Warp, Hubble Defector, Catherine Necromancer, and Zulaport Cutthroat.
Okay. Bento, let's exile your graveyard.
With what?
Bajuka Bog.
Oh, cool.
Rude.
You got bogged?
I don't really need any of that stuff.
I did.
I mean,
I
I got enough options.
Let's do this for now. And pay 1, I'm gonna play a Soul Ring. Mm-hmm. Let's move to combat. I will swing 6 at Bento.
Is that it?
I'm gonna give him lifelink.
Okay. So in response, before damage, I'm going to doing this for y'all. Hope you remember this. Losing this card because I'm casting it on an opponent. I'm casting Oblation, targeting your big demon. So this will shuffle back into your library, and then you draw 2 cards. Not a great deal, if you ask me.
Do I want to do that?
Rather not take 12 damage.
What?
Well, you
have I
don't know if
got?
he'll take 12 damage or not. He might choose someone else.
He's already swung at me. What do you mean?
Well, oh, I thought
Yeah,
veto is a target.
Yeah, and then and then there's another 12. So yeah, I don't want that to happen.
I don't think that's really what I want to have happen.
Oh, come on.
What shenanigans do you have up your sleeve, Zach?
Well, I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
I think you should just let it die.
I think you should well, it doesn't even die. It goes to your library, and then you get 2 cards. 2.
Yeah,
2.
That's a good
Sir,
deal.
that's value. That's value.
but
And I'm tapped out, so I can't even do anything.
yeah, but I wanted to like hurt people because I was getting hit.
Okay, okay.
So,
So that's the true motive. I get it.
alright. So it shuffles. It shuffles in, and I get to draw 2.
2, yep. Sweet. And I lose that card now. I don't even get it back. So sad.
You only get it back when it targets something you control?
Yeah, with Feather. It's only creatures I control.
Oh, okay.
I hope I get something good.
I don't.
Well, that's rude. I've been nice.
For my
I've-
sake.
I've
Zach,
been-
A 6/6 demon at me.
I
well-
don't think you have the place to decide what is and what is not rude.
You would deal a total of, if you swung at me and then threw the 6 at me with veto, I would then lose 24 health over the turn because of Archfiend of Despair.
Yeah,
So-
4.
That would be pretty rough.
I don't know what the big deal is. I could do that. I might do that. All right. Second main phase, since I'm not allowed to have nice things.
Nope.
Oh, you had all those lanes untapped? Oh, man.
We'll pay 4. And I will play a Door of Destinies, naming clerics.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, I was thinking Conjurer's Closet. That's fine, right? Which one is that?
You choose a creature type when it ETBs. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, you put a charge counter on Door of Destinies. Creatures that you control the chosen type get +1/+1 for each charge counter on Door of Destinies.
Whoosh.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there.
All right, I will untap. I will draw for turn. Oh man, really wish I could draw my Reliquary Tower. This is going to be a painful end of turn.
Have you guys seen the new Buy a Box promo for Reliquary, or not Buy a Box promo, the Bring a Friend promo for Reliquary Towers yet?
Yeah,
No.
I got like 3 of them. They're sweet.
Okay, that's awesome.
I
They're
love them.
amazing. Big
Yeah,
fan,
Great.
especially when they're free.
Oh yeah. Amen to that. Let's see. Zoinks. We'll play Mountain for turn. Let me see. Ooh. what is underneath that Trynn? Or no, Silvar, I mean.
My Swiftfoot boots. And why are you looking at my cat?
Cool. Well, I was just wondering what everybody's treasure situation was like.
Leave my cat alone.
I'm playing a dockside.
Are you gonna take over controls?
5 or 6, is that right? Everyone, hello.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Dockside extortionist.
Oh, 1 for me.
I'm counting 2 at William. Is there any more, William?
What are you
is that
looking?
3?
What are you looking for?
Artifacts and enchantments.
I have 1, 2, 3. Or no,
3.
just 2, just 2.
What
Well,
about
there's
that
1. Yep,
locket?
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
3. So I have 7 treasures. Very cool.
Oh, it was hidden.
Cool. I'm a big fan of that.
But I'm the problem.
Yeah, not anymore. Then we're going to do something a little risky.
Is your treasure a bunch of cookies?
No, those are coins.
Oh, okay.
They should be
Although
cookies.
that would be cool. I definitely misordered this. That's a shame. But we're gonna tap 2 for a runaway steamkin. Bad
What does that
misorder.
do?
It's a creature. Whenever I cast a red spell, if it has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, I put a +1/+1 counter on it, and I can remove 3 to add 3 red.
Oh, shit.
Then going to tap. We're gonna tap 1. Actually, wait. Let me make sure I'm tapping my lands correctly here. Yes, that is correct. Well, this. We're going to tap 1 to target Zada with Expedite. So I'm going to get 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies. And that will draw me 8 cards and create me another one of these little boys. So I will draw 8.
Well, that's getting out of hand.
5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-huh.
That's why he's at 28 life.
And I'll put a +1/+1 on there. Did I get the card I needed? No. But these will be pretty okay.
Excellent. Okay, everyone redirect your anger at Bento.
I tried.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I want to do. We're gonna tap 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, yeah, I have enough mana for that. 1, 2, 3 to play a Sun Forger. I'm
Good
going
card.
to tap. I'm going to use 3 treasures. Going to 4 to equip it to Feather. Why not? And then I'm just going to pay the 2 to unattach it to search for a card. I should have done this in the first place. This was silly. And I'm going to find a card that's going to make things very fun. There it is. I'm going to find Cloud Shift. And I'm going to cast it targeting Dockside Extortionist, which is going to bring it back to the field and give me another 7 treasures.
That's not nice.
I'll go to 11.
Wouldn't it be 8 treasures?
Is it 8?
Because of Sunforger?
No, it's opponents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it was mine, then I would get even more from the treasures themselves, which would be very fun.
That'd be fantastic.
Oh, it'd be so good. Now, do I want to kill someone?
You do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, but this
just
game's
scared
been
of
going for
me.
roughly about an hour and a half now, so feel free.
So yeah, I could murder someone real quick. Should have done that. Oh well. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna cast. We're gonna go to. Do you have any flyers, Zach?
Oh, you know I do.
Do you?
Selfless spirit, baby.
Dang it! Oh, that sucks.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't have any flyers.
Actually, that's okay. We're gonna. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna pay 3 treasures. 1, 2, 3. So I go to 8 treasures to attach Sunforger to Feather. I'm then going to tap. Oh, I don't have a lot left to tap. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna tap.
Why tap when you can just minus treasures?
Yeah, right on. Where'd that spell go? There it is. We're going to sack 2 here. Or wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'm first going to cast. We're gonna pay 1, so I'll tap this Arcane Signet, and 2 life to cast Apostle's Blessing, giving Feather protection from white. I'm then going to go to combat, or I'll give all of them protection from white, so I get another guy. I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing a feather that has protection from white at you, Zach.
Okay.
Before we go to damage, I'm going to spend 2 here to cast Unleash Fury to double power of target creature until end of turn. Right now it is a 1, 5, 8, so it's a 16, 4, and then I'm also going to do 2 more to cast a double cleave, giving it double strike. So you have 32 damage coming at you.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I just die.
Cool. Oh, and that'll also bring this up to 3, and I'll look for a basic, and I'm gonna pass my turn.
Feather's mean,
Oh.
yo.
Feather's fun.
Okay, well, that was a turn.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, I have to go back to hand size real quick. I have a lot of cards.
Okay, I'll wait for that.
Yeah, because that might be indicative of some things. It's okay.
Well, good news is you guys literally almost died to clerics multiple times.
But we all rallied behind each other until we got stabbed in the back.
Sounds like a good old-fashioned game of Commander.
Right?
Yeah, game of Commander if I've ever heard one.
I hope Bento wins.
I have a feeling I will.
Rude.
Well, I have no flying, so I think I'm the one that's out next.
You guys needed me around.
You
I
needed
wanted to win
fight.
with a pre-con.
Right?
Let me know when you're down to.
Oh, what is this card?
I think Zach should have started off swinging
Alright.
at Bento.
That is my hand size. So I
Well-
discarded a lot of cards. But...
I don't
So
want to
I'm
swing it.
gonna
On
tap
your-
7 here.
Okay.
So Darkshade comes in saying Feather is indeed scary.
I'm gonna
It's
play
great.
Necromantic Selection. I'm gonna destroy
What is
all
it?
creatures.
Okay. In response, or is what else happens?
Then I just get to pick a creature from a graveyard that was put into it this way and put it back on the battlefield.
So I'm going to tap 1 or sack 1 to cast Sheltering Light, targeting Zada, which will then target all of my creatures, giving me another. Oh, that one will just die, and they'll all gain Indestructible, and I'll get to scry 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 times.
Well, I tried.
I will cast Flawless Maneuver.
Interesting effect. It makes you sneeze twice.
What does it do?
So if you control a commander, you may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
So I went my own board. Decent.
Oh, yeah, I screwed the pooch on that ordering. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick Whirling Rogue and keep my Thopters and set myself back here.
Oh, cool.
Yay. Go ahead.
On your
Fast
end
turn.
step, I'm going to cloud shift targeting dockside again, getting 3 more treasures.
For this next game, are we playing something higher on the power level?
I do
or-
not mind at all. I can bust it all out.
I don't mind playing a bit. Like, I don't have probably a 9. I may have an 8.
Well, 9 will make for a very fast game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I probably have an 8. I have a, I don't know, I have like 8. I could say consistently an 8. Sometimes it performs at a 6, sometimes it performs at a 9.
Yeah, same
Usually
here.
it's like around an 8.
This sounds like my deck.
I will draw. I will play a mountain. I will.
Man, I can't believe I wiped my own board.
Right?
So sad.
I will tap for 3, and I will play a Plague Crafter.
Okay.
I will then sacrifice Plague Crafter.
Sacrifice one of my tokens. Oh, wait, actually in response to that, because I don't want you to sack a Thopter, I'm going to pay 1 and cloud shift again to get another 3 treasures. Going to 7. And then I will sack a little guy over here.
So we all sack a creature, right?
Yeah.
What you said.
Yep. I will. Have to say that I will swing at Bento with a 4/2
Trample.
menace.
It is menace. I will block with 2 1/1s. Wait, it's a 4/2?
Yeah.
I will block with. Yeah, I'll just block with 2 1/1s and they'll die.
I will sacrifice a human soldier in response. I will give Silvar +1/+1 and indestructible until end turn.
Okay.
I will then pass the turn. I will get another human, and I will put another +1/+1 on Thalia's lieutenant.
I will pay 1 to expedite targeting Zada, which will target everyone. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
This is foolish.
Yeah, I've never gotten a Crow and Crusader and Zada on the field at the same time, and it is nuts.
Well, I've never wiped my own board before.
Is it my go?
It's
Yes.
not my turn.
Okay. I will untap. These will return to my hand. I will draw. Could deck myself here.
Please do it.
I should just start off by tapping 1 to cloud shift my dockside again, getting 2 treasures. Or wait, you still have the Demir Signet. So I will get, or yeah, I'll get 3 treasures. All right, well, I missed some before, but that's fine. I think I'm doing okay without it. I will pay 1 to, oh, I didn't untap. I get to show this off. The whole, I guess one of the reasons I'm on here, I will play my Soul Ring.
Ooh.
Nice.
Can you bring that closer to your camera?
Yes, I can. This is one of my pride and joys. I'm very happy with this one.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
what I
great.
use for all my iconography. Please tell me, what is the combined toughness of your board?
Both of us?
Yes.
I like where
Nice.
this is going.
Mine's 3.
1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 7, 14, 17?
Did I play land for turn?
Not 100% sure.
I don't think
Yeah.
I did. Did I?
I don't know.
drop that reflecting pool in there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, let's just. You have any flyers, Brian?
No, I certainly do not.
Yeah, we're just gonna swing at you with a feather.
Which I'm going to assume is going to do a bunch of things.
Do you declare no blockers?
I, in reaction, will sacrifice all of my humans
Oh,
to feed
very
my
cool.
cat.
Yeah, I will get rid of those 3 counters to play a double cleave and an unleash fury, saving 1, which will kill you with commander damage.
Sounds good.
And then before I end my turn, I'm going to cast. I'm going to tap. I have the 1 float, or no, I've moved phases. Or I don't need to move phases. This is an instant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 total to cast Aurelia's Fury. X equals 4. It's going to deal 4 or a damage to your Thopter, 2 damage to your guy, and then 1 damage to Feather. And then we'll return it to my hand at end of turn, and I'll pass.
Awesome. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna 4 and 5. And I'm gonna play Consuming Aberration. Its power and toughness is equal to the number of cards in opponent's graveyards.
That's a lot. I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I hope you have lightning greaves in your hand.
I don't. In fact, that's actually all I can do past turn.
So on your end step, I'm going to tap 1, and I'm just going to path to exile your guy.
Yep, and that's game.
Yeah, and then I'll just swing out and win.
Yep.
Nice.
Good job.
Feather,
That was zany.
I'm telling you.
Feather's so good.
I was like, I see a bunch of scrubs always playing Feather because it's like pretty okay, and it's just fun, especially when you get all these shenanigans going on. I built it at the same time I built a Tashar, which is also an extremely fun deck.
Tashar? I don't think that name sounds familiar.
Oh, I can play it if we want to play fun combo decks.
It's the mono white legendary creature out of Dominaria that cares about historic spells that are like
Oh, gotcha.
It is just combo